Hello. This may end up being like a short-ish stream because I started the stream and then I realized, oh wait, people are probably at school right now. Um. Anyway. yeah. Yeah. I realized a lot of people are probably working or at school. So wait, no, it's summer break. Never mind. mm, I've been thinking a lot today. Like about doing some different stuff with my channel or just like my business in general. Would people be interested in like commentary with like speed paints, but like not speed paints? I guess just commentary and like short form content, I think. Um I don't know, I was still brainstorming ideas, but I thought that that would be kind of fun to do to like put more of a face behind my work. Anyway, okay, I'll read the chat now. Hi Minty, hi Coda. This is not Break stream number 3 because then it'd be number 4. Um yeah, hi damn it Billy. Hi Alterna, I think that's yeah. How's it going? It's good. I just got done with like a really long bath. So, I'm like kind of tired in a way. Hold on. Actually, I don't have my tab open properly. Yeah, that works. Okay. What sort of stuff would you be commentating on? That's what I was like thinking about. Was because I would like to have more of like a voice behind my work. But I was thinking of trying to like push my artistic limitations and try to do like more complex or visually interesting artwork, and then try to do videos with like tips on like how to make your art more visually interesting while I'm also learning how to do it myself. Or I could do commentation on some of my art studies, or I could give some general opinions I have on like the art community as a whole, since you know, I thought that might also be interesting. Bumblebee's old drama channel. Oh my god. Like, I don't think I'd want to be a drama channel, but I do have some, I wish I could say more about stuff, because I feel like that would be just a bit more interesting. Although I wouldn't want to be one of those people where they just spew out the same nonsense that everyone else is saying. Like, it's a very cut and dry video that could be put in the short form video, which was kind of what I was thinking. When I'm typing, it shows my meme alt profile picture. This is a test to make sure it doesn't actually register as my meme account. If it does, I swear to God. No! Hi, Moon Pie Studios. Like Blue Biscuits? I don't know who that is. Although I watch a lot of people who do like drama content, but I don't remember any of their names, which is also probably a reason why I shouldn't cover drama, is because you'll kind of just become a face in the crowd and not actually stand out. I want to do something that will stand out a bit more. Also, I'm thinking about designing a Gudra character right now, which is what I'm working on. Yeah, I was kind of just thinking what kind of stuff would I commentate on, which I would love to have more of like a passion with my artwork and do more content that focuses around artwork and trying to make your art more visually interesting, since recently, well, the past few like while, I've been trying to push my artwork in a better direction rather than just cut and dry drawing the same things. And I've started to not be happy with every single drawing I make, which I used to be happy with most of every drawing I made, but now I'm trying to like actually push myself to create better content for everybody and just like make my work more interesting. Hold Hold on, I need to find like some kind of palette inspiration really quick before I continue drawing. We should totally study art together. Maybe if you have time, I want to improve art, but I keep procrastinating, so I'm busy with other stuff sometimes. I want to learn how to do for my brain too tiny to think in 3D. Oh, yeah. Oh, like form, like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I was also thinking of maybe, well, my friend does this like really cute Blender series. It got no attention at all, but well, actually it has attention on TikTok. But my friend that I go to college with, they create a series of turning, what is it called? Dinosaurs into like Blender, and they make them like really chibi and like silly and cute, and then they'll do commentation of the history of dinosaurs and like facts about the dinosaur, and it's so interesting, it's so cool, and I think that's just like a lovely idea. I want to try to do something that I'm passionate about, and just try to create more content around that, since for the most part I feel like I don't really do a lot of content I'm actually passionate about. Like, I spent a insane amount of time on that spit animation meme last night because it was so popular, and I was just trying to get it out there, since, you know, trends nowadays last a very short amount of time. So you kind of just have to go and hope it gets popular. So I spent like a really long time making that in like one sitting. And I didn't like the outcome at all. But you know, at least it's getting something out there. Like, I don't know. Here, I think I just got palette inspiration enough. Alright, hold on. I love Pokemon OCs. They're so cute. Yeah, I've been wanting to make one that I actually like kept, which it would need to be like a Goodra or like a Lickitung for Pokesona, but here, let me make the background like something I can actually see well. But I usually don't end up actually having any ideas, but a lot of people have been making like really cute Pokemon characters, which has really inspired me to try to make more like interesting ones. And this one I think I want to try to keep, which is like a Goodra and like a snail that's like a fluffy snail, which I kind of like the visual look of it right now. This Prague stream, are you gonna do art fight this year? Yeah, I do it every year, but ideally for me, I will have a job this summer, so I won't be spending all of my time on art fight like I did last year. Last year I got out, I don't even know how many attacks. I think I did like 300 attacks last year, over 300. I did an insane amount of attacks. I'm very proud with the amount I did, but I really gotta focus on trying to like get money in my bank account. So I will be probably trying to get a job, so I don't know how much time I will be dedicating to art fight. Lickitung freaky Pokemon. No, he is not freaky. He's just a pink dinosaur, bro. He's just a silly guy, not a freak. Okay, I don't know about trying to do the lasso tool type thing. That's not gonna work. I'm not built for that. Am I still thinking about your silly character? Oh wait. Are you talking to? Okay, I'll just Oh. I could not imagine doing 300 attacks. I'm so slow at art. Yeah, it was I really spent a really long amount of time on art fight. Like, I remember I would turn down like playing games with my friends so I could draw an art fight, and I would get out like, I don't even know, 20 attacks a day last year. It was just a lot of me grinding, because I really wanted to have a 100% revenge ratio, which I did end up doing, and I ended up doing 3 animation memes too as revenges and attacks. And I do not think I will be doing that again this year. At least I hope I don't end up pushing myself to do that. I'm thinking that I may try to get my channel to get more attention this summer if I don't end up getting a job. Well, not my channel, but like my brand, to see if instead of getting a job, I could put my whole effort into trying to do something more interesting, I guess. I also really wanted to try to do like an animated project, but I always get stunted by it by thinking it's not gonna get any attention. Like a little animated short film. Because most of my work will only get views if it's like on a trend. And even then sometimes it'll fall in between the cracks. But I made an animation in Maya for my 3D animation class I was pretty proud of. I thought it was a really simple and sweet, silly animation, and I was considering posting it and seeing how that would go. But I don't know. I don't think I will be posting it on this channel, but I may post it on my alternate account, and I may post it in my Discord server. I'm not sure yet. Okay, hold on. How was your day? My day's been fine. I just took like a really long bath and shower. So I just came back from that and I was like, oh, you know what? I should do a live stream. I haven't done a live stream in a while after I said I would do them more. So I think my alternative to not doing live streams is to try to do short form content instead. Or like, just commentation videos, because my main thing that I miss about live streaming was being able to interact with like people who like my work. But the thing with that, or the thing with live streaming is that it takes a really, like, it takes a lot of energy out of me now. When I was younger, I could live stream from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed and do that again the next day. But now I just don't really have that in me, and I kind of want to just chill and hang out with my friends. But I still want to have that same feeling of like trying to interact with my fans. Or not even like fans. I hate using the term fans, dude. It feels so like weird. I want to interact more with like people who like my content, I guess. Or like give people more of a face to see behind the art. Because I feel like my art ends up slipping in between the cracks and it doesn't end up becoming memorable. So I want to do something that will make my art more memorable. And yeah, I don't know. I want to be able to incorporate like more of a personality into my work, but I have no idea what kind of like commentation I would do other than like talking about art. But like I could also talk about drama, because there's a lot of stuff that I still like keep up with and I'm like interested in, and people actually haven't made videos about it. People have made, okay, so I don't know. Okay, I haven't looked over at the chat in a bit. Let me look really quick. I really want to animate or write comics. If I were to do Fish Picnic, I would definitely consider if you want to animate for it ever. Oh, thank you. If you already made it and want to share, I think there's no harm. Yeah, I would post it on this account, but YouTube will be, I remember I posted like stuff that I really like cared about on my YouTube account, and it didn't end up getting any attention, and I think it like stunted my channel because since it got no attention, I felt like YouTube didn't really push my content. So now I'm scared to ever post actual videos, and I only post short form content. So to be honest, I'm low-key addicted to videos where people play games and draw and just talk about just straight up unrelated or go on tangents. That's the type of stuff that I listen to all the time. And also another reason why I want to get into that is the monetary part of it. I don't think I've never made a single cent off of my videos other than like donations on streams. I've never been able to monetize any of my content, and a lot of that is because I don't have watch hours. And you don't really get watch hours when you're doing animation memes that are like 30 seconds. Unless if it blows up to like 1 million views, then maybe you can get a little bit of money off of it. But, since I'm trying to take my artwork more seriously, I guess. Me expanding into possibly doing longer form content with like a voiceover where y'all can just listen to that while you draw, like what I do. I feel like that would be a great way to expand my what do I describe that? I feel like that'd be a great way to expand like my reach, I guess. And like possibilities for my future work. Because if I'm not able to make money off of my art, eventually I'm going to end up not being able to continue to do this. Because my goal, I have a bunch of life goals, and the bigger one is, you know, having a family. So I'm trying to at least be in a stable financial position for that to continue like my life. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that off of art, which really sucks. And if I end up having to put all of my time into like a normal job, I'm not really going to have any creative juices to create more art. So let's hope that I get some kind of breakthrough with this this business thing, or not business thing, this art thing, because I don't want to stop. This stuff is so much fun. I love it. Okay. Let me look at this. I've been trying to learn digital art, and I doubt you remember, but I said that I wanted to start learning because I was inspired by you. I have gotten a lot better, and I kind of want to draw you, lol. Also, I love the sweater, snail. Thank you. I wanted it to kind of look like Gudra, but it's kind of just like I like the form of it, but the head, oh, the head feels too big. But this looks really cute. I like it. I got the idea out, so that's good. If you would like to draw any of my characters, I'm completely okay with that. If you would like to do anything like that. Well, this is your meme account, so I don't actually know what account it was. So I probably do remember, but I had no idea. Hi, Mash, fun on. Do you talk to chat? Yes, I do. I'm gonna watch your content for many hours straight. Thank you. Yeah, that's so fair. If you do ranting content, I will probably watch. I love rotting my brain with random yapping videos. Our relatable queen. Mama B. Yeah, eventually, not anytime soon, of course, but you know, literally just anything to get my foot into the door will be great. But I feel like actually, I almost said I feel like once I become a mom, I'll have more time on my hands, but then I realized, yo, that is not how that works. I can just imagine myself, like, holding a child while trying to draw furry art. It just sounds so, like, funny. Well, I'm really happy I was a lot of your guys' inspiration. That's really sweet. That actually means a lot to me. Well, okay, well, another one of my main goals is to create, like, a piece of animated media. Like, it has to be something that's, like, amazing. A piece of animated media that just, like, it's good. Like, it invokes some kind of emotion within someone. And they're like, this is good. That's what I want more than anything, is to create something that is just, like, remarkably good. And, you know, honestly, trying to create while I'm not in school is really hard. Because having school tell me when and what I should, like, giving me parameters as to what I should create is, like, so helpful, because I won't do anything unless if I have some kind of goal. Oh my god, it's so dumb, dude. I should just, like, do something. Make the children draw furry art for you. Employ them child labor. That's so funny. You know how, like, Cuptoast got successful from, like, Minecraft content? Like, I think networking with Minecraft YouTubers. What if you got into that, but maybe less so with Minecraft YT? Indie animation is on the up right now, I feel. It really is. I really want to, like, work on a show like that. I really want to, like, put out my portfolio and just be like, hey, I'm really looking for jobs. But it's really hard to find jobs when you just put out your portfolio and say, I'm looking for jobs. Everyone's looking for jobs. I really want to work on an animated project, like, really badly. I feel like that would be so much fun. But, you know, I don't know where to find those. And sometimes I'll get them on Twitter and Instagram. I got one on Instagram today, and I was like, they're just hiring everybody they can. And then I looked at the next video, and they ended up getting like 2,000 applicants. So they couldn't hire anymore. And I was like, okay, well, you know, that's fine. But yeah, I really want to end up working on some kind of animated media with somebody. I want to be able to do something cool. I know I will one day. So I'm kind of just, yeah, I'll figure it out. We're figuring it out, guys. Yeah. It's gonna go great. Oh. Oh, man. What are we thinking about this character? Should I, like, change anything about it? Because I think this looks pretty decent for the design so far. I actually wanted to add, like, one of the sweaters I have, into the character. But, I don't know if it's gonna work anymore with the way the design went. Because it's like a bee. It's like a bee sweater. But... actually, the yellow looks really cute. Wait, hold on. I kind of like that color a little bit more. If I see any smaller projects and stuff that doesn't already have a million applicants that are looking for artists, I'll share. Aw, thank you. That actually means a lot to me. Forwarding anything like that to me would be awesome, because I would love to work on anything. It's just I can't find anything that's actually, like actually gonna become anything, I guess. Like, sometimes I'll get, stuff like that in my feed of people who are looking for, like, applicants, but they won't offer any type of monetary gain, too. Like, they're like, we're looking for artists and animators, but we aren't gonna pay you. And I'm just like, yeah, totally. No. So, I also see that a lot, which, you know, that's fair. Some people really have a passion for creating something cool, and they still need artists and animators for that. And, you know, some people will be willing to do that. Like, I remember when I had a passion for creating, like, an animated project, and I ended up, like, I wasn't able to offer anyone money because I was, like, 13. But I ended up getting a bunch of artists that created me, a lot of concept art. I really want to try to... oh, man. I have, like, a lot of animated ideas that I want to try to, like, create, but I don't know if they'll ever come into fruition. I don't think anybody remembers Rebirth of the Forgotten, which is, like, it's kind of a really cringe name. But I still have all the characters for that, and I do have, like, a few scenes that I would like to animate, and just, like, a few scenes from my original idea I would like to animate, and, like, I don't know, maybe just... I don't think the characters will ever go anywhere. Their designs are hectic and, like, really bad, and I don't want to change their designs because of the nostalgia for me, so I don't know. It was almost like Lupus Volp's, like, core with the type of character design it was, and the story and all of that stuff. It was so lost. I was just so inspired by their animation that they made. Okay. I watch a lot of indie animation stuff and short films and click on them whenever I see them because I love supporting stuff like that, so I get a lot of that stuff on my social media. That's what I like doing. I feel bad if I ever click off of, like, a like an indie project, because it's like, dude, you gotta support them. I don't want to ever, like, if I see an indie project, I will leave it up in my tabs forever until I, like, watch the whole way through. I remember I got Get Fatter Now in my recommendations when it only had, like, I don't even know how many views, like 1,000 views. So I left it open in my tabs for so long so that I would watch it all the way through. And now it's, like, getting a lot of attention, which is really cool because the animation looked really, like, interesting and inspired, and the whole project was just, it was really cool. I really liked it. But I was so not in the mood to sit down and watch anything, so I just left it in my tabs for such a long period of time. But, you know, I got around to watching it. So, you know, if you guys ever see an indie project and your guys' recommendations, maybe you should just go give it a watch. And, or, like, just leave it saved till you'll watch it eventually, because those people put a lot of time into their work. Do you know CFBR? I have no idea what that is. Oh man, yeah, I'm interested in trying to give that animated project another shot, but me doing it on my own. But I have another really inspired piece of animation I really want to try to give a go. Since it would be a lot more of like a personal project for myself. But I'm kind of on edge on deciding if I do or don't want to create that, because it would be a lot of work and it would be visually like possibly like a little disturbing in a way, I guess. So I'm not exactly sure on if I want to make that a thing or not. I guess. Speaking of my digital art journey, what program do you use? I use private servers in Roblox art games because UI of professional or even beginner programs scare me. Oh, well, I use Metabang, which is a free program, and I use Clip Studio Paint, which if you buy the older version of Clip Studio Paint, it's only $20, I think. 30? I'm not sure. But now they have a subscription version where it gets consistent updates, but there is the old version that doesn't get any updates that you can buy, which I use the old version, but I'm considering upgrading my version for animation purposes, but I don't know if I will, since the animation portion of Clip Studio Paint I can still work on pretty easily. It would just take a lot of time or like extra inconveniences if I were to make like an animated project on Clip Studio Paint. Which I mostly like Clip Studio Paint because of the brushes, but I really don't like... Okay, well I also use Krita for my animation, but I really don't like Krita's brushes. Like, Krita's brushes make me really upset. I just really don't like them. There's like a lot of personal gripes I have with Krita. The biggest one being that there is absolutely zero tweening animation. At least I've seen a tweening option or puppeting option. Like, it's all just frame by frame. And I really want a program where I can actually like do some puppeting. But everything either like costs money or just like is impossible to figure out. But for the most part, it's literally just it costs money. And I don't really have the funds to be buying a subscription for making animated furry dogs. If that puts that into perspective at all. Hello. I think at the very least you should write down your ideas or do concept art so that you can return to it in the future if you want when you have more time/funding. Yeah, I do. I have a Google Doc written of possible concepts and ideas that I want to make into like realized ideas. But I have a lot of art already of Rebirth of the Forgotten specifically from when I was younger, and I guess I've made like sketches in real life of like integral scenes from that project, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to actually making it. But I know now is the time to create something like that, but I don't know. I'm just so not... Ugh. It's just such a scary thing to try to start. And just the idea of spending hours and hours on something that doesn't end up getting any attention is just, that's so scary, and I don't like that idea. Hello, Pink Boy Animations, or Birth of the Forgotten Fire. I used to tween with Krita, can't fully remember how, but there was a way to tween, I don't know, but switch to iPad and Toon Squid, yeah. I bought an iPad and Toon Squid, and I just, like, hate it. Which really sucks, because I spent so much time and money on it, and I don't enjoy animating on it at all. Like, I guess I'm still getting comfortable with the iPad, but it's just, I don't like it, and it's really disappointing. But anyway, here's the little Gudra character design, which I think is really cute. Which I'm just exporting that right now. But also, okay. Well, this is something I thought that this is like a little test, I guess. This drawing right here, you know, this is cool, but I feel like I can make it more visually interesting and convey more, like, emotion. When I was, like, in the middle of drawing this, I just felt like I could do better. So, I'm gonna see what I can do with this idea and kind of just, like, change it a little bit, because I really feel like I can do better with this. I've been drawing a lot of over-the-shoulder shots, which, you know, is, like, kind of visually interesting, but it only goes so far, and I'm trying to think of a different type of shot that I could draw that would make it look just better. I definitely think now is the time, like, it's gonna stay the time. Indie animation is popping off right now because studio animation is having problems that won't be fixed anytime soon. Yes! Oh, man. Learning about, like, how terrible the industry is getting is so soul-crushing to me. I would have loved to work on, like, any project years ago. And I feel like it was so much easier to, well, not easier, but it was just, like, man, I just really wish I was, like, sometimes I wish I was born, like, earlier, like, when animation was getting pioneered. I would have loved to be a part of that, but I just know that animating on paper and pencil would have killed me inside. That's so real, bro. This is adorable. I use Procreate Dreams to tween. I personally use Ibis Paint and it works for me. Are you guys giving, like, tweening program suggestions? Because I was not reading the chat for when I was talking about that. It's already so cute, though. Well, thank you, but I know I can make it look a little better. And I feel like I'm thinking very surface level on how I can make this look more interesting. But I feel like I'm getting somewhere. So I'm kind of thinking just like a head tilt and then also tilting the body like this. To make it just look like... I mean, I don't know. I feel like this gives it a little bit more like... Oh my god, I forgot how to draw. I forgot to draw a star. There we go. It's awful, but it's so nice to see in times like these how people rally around indie projects instead of continuing to support studio slop. Yes. One of the big things about animation recently that pissed me off more than anything was Arcane. Wait, I started reading what Pink Boy Animation said. Can you give us a story time on how and why and when you got into and are you saying art? Anyway, yeah, just let me know if you meant art. I'm sure that's what you meant, but hold on. Arcane Season 2 was genuinely... Okay, for anyone who hasn't watched Arcane, I don't think I'm actually going to give that many spoilers. Because I'm not actually going to list any specific things that happened. But they just completely failed Season 2. Season 2 was complete, like, slop to me. Genuinely, watching Season 1 and then jumping straight into Season 2 of Arcane was so disappointing. Everything felt so rushed, and none of the characters, like, every character got changed where it didn't make sense for anything. The Arcane Season 1 is a genuine masterpiece, and they completely butchered the second season, and it was terrible. It's genuinely terrible. And no one agrees with it, because everyone was, like, hyped for Arcane Season 2 to come out. Everyone was so excited, and, like, oh my god, Arcane. Like, you know what I'm talking about? But, like, looking back on it, Arcane Season 2 was terrible, and that's how I felt about the whole time. I would watch, like, when I was done watching it, I was like, that was terrible. I didn't like that at all. And no one talked about it, and I was like, what? But I'm seeing videos now coming out about how we got robbed of Arcane, and it was genuinely one of the worst endings to a show that had such an amazing start. It was just so disappointing, and it really sucked. And all of my friends loved it, so I didn't really have anyone to talk to except for, like, one of my friends who was like, you know what, I think I see what you mean, because he rewatched it, and he gave a lot of really good points. He was like, nothing, when I was rewatching it, nothing excited me to watch Arcane again, or Arcane Season 2 again, but in Season 1, I was like, I was excited to watch, the, like, emotional scenes that were, like, just, like, amazingly well done. But in Season 2, there's nothing really exciting. Like, nothing that you're like, oh, I need to watch that again. Like, Isha, I did not, like, Isha was kind of just there. Like, when she died, it was just kind of like, wow, why did they do that? Like, they didn't give us enough of Isha for us to care. They didn't give us any backstory about Isha. She kind of just popped in and, like, disappeared. I'm not trying to give it, like, any specific spoilers or anything if anyone hasn't watched the show. But I'm just very passionate about that show. Could have been done so much better. And how badly they ended the show was so disappointing. And genuinely, like, heartbreaking for me. I'm so disappointed about it. Oh my god, my throat hurts, dude. Did I actually grab any water? No, I did not grab water. Hello. Okay, yeah. While you do this, can you please give a story time on how, why, and when you got into art? Okay. Well, I got into art when I was, like, a child. I remember when I was younger, I drew stick figures over and over and over and over again, just so I could get good at drawing anything. I drew so many stick figure drawings of my family, and I would give them to my dad, and just seeing him get happy about my drawings, like, pushed me to want to draw, because I was drawing, like, him and my mom, and then I would draw my grandparents, but it would all be stick figure drawings. But it made my dad so happy, and I was like, oh my god, I love doing this. It was just, like, making people happy with my art has always been my biggest, like, strive to create more art. And now I'm just trying to create something good. And I feel like to get to making something good, I need to make my day-to-day art always good. This drawing right here is not interesting to me. Like, I need to push it to be something more. This is a little better, and I'm trying to push it more. I need to learn to push my art, and I need to learn to be able to do that on, not really, like, the first try, but I need to learn to, like, make it come more naturally for me. And for me to create a series, or just any type of good piece of, like, art, I need to be able to create something that looks visually interesting on the day-to-day. And if I can't create something that looks visually interesting on the day-to-day, then it's not going to work out, and I need to push myself as much as I can. I don't think I've ever felt the need to push myself to be better more than I have this year. And that need to push myself further has also very much so stressed me out a lot in different contexts, and it's ended up pushing me back. But art is, like, one of the things where I'm just like, I strive to do more, and I want to do more, and I need to do more. Like, this to me is just so much more interesting than this right here. Like, I know I could have made it better, and this is me trying to make it look better. I don't even know what I would push to make the third one look, like, more... Oh, my head, dude. I gotta think of something, man. Okay, well, this is a really small canvas, so I think I'm just gonna do, like, a rough sketch of, like, an idea. Okay, so if she's like this, looking up, well, that's wait, bro, oh my god, that's actually so sweet, bro, you're so inspiring. Well, that's really sweet, thank you, that actually means a lot to me. Man, how do I make it look at the, like, camera better? That actually, like, means a lot to me, because, I really just, yeah, I have a lot of little goals. And by the way, I think all your art is amazing. Please tell me you're planning on making a series or something. Well, I'm not a very good story writer. I don't think I ever will be a good writer. Like, I'm a good writer, but I don't think I'm a good storyteller. Like, my brain doesn't generally wrap around the idea of storytelling very easily or quickly. You know, maybe one day I'll partner with some kind of story writer, and they can make my ideas better. Because I have ideas, but I don't think I'll ever, like... I don't think I'm cut out for creating a whole series. I still need to get really... I really need to get a lot better with character design, since I've been so furry design brained. It's really hard to create character designs. Sometimes I'll make hits on actual character designs, but I'm so furry design brained, it's really hard for me to actually create, like, characters. Like, if I were to create a series, it'd be so hard because of how, like, furry brained I am. You should try, though, if you can. Yeah, I have, like... I know I have the time, dude. I know I have the time to create something great, but I just don't know if I have, like... I keep saying that I don't think I'm ready, but I feel like I know I can do something great if I just, like, get out, like, my drawing tablet and my pen, and I draw all day. I know I can create something great. But I don't know what type of story I would tell. I mean, I know what kind of stories I want to tell, but, like, I just don't know how, I guess. Like I said, I have one concept that I care a lot about in my notes, but I just don't know if that's something that I'm ready to make, because it would be something that would be a little bit more personal, or, you know, a little bit like disturbing, and I want to be able to properly represent the type of stories I want to tell without, you know, being disrespectful about it. Okay, well, I don't really like that as much, but I think this looks good. So, I think I'll just, I don't know if I'll finish all of these little sketches, but I'm also thinking about ending the stream soon since my throat is really hurting and my friends really wanted to hang out with me. But I was like, no, I need to stream. I already got everything set up, so. Oh, damn, why? Oh, wait, I would have actually loved a series from you. Your art is so cute, and maybe you can just create a series with furry characters. Like, I could just create a series with furry characters, but I just know that that's gonna be, like, not... Okay, like, it won't be... Okay, every time I see series with just, like, furry characters, it doesn't go anywhere, and it's not really visually interesting. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I guess Zoophobia, like, Vivzy Pop series. It went absolutely nowhere because it didn't, like, I don't think a lot of people actually saw it as interesting, and it kind of just looked like more like furry art. Like, if I were to create a series, it would need to look like characters, like living, breathing, like, characters that people could relate to instead of, like, a fursona of mine. Because if I were to create a series, the characters would need to be completely disconnected from me as a person, because then I feel like I would have some conflicts with the writing and feel like the characters were, like, too evil or too mean, or, like, you know. Yeah, I just, ugh. Also, absolutely none of my characters have any backstories at all. One of my character has, like, a loose backstory that fits with the obsession animation. I don't know if everyone... I don't actually know the full name of it, but it's been going around on YouTube Shorts a lot for me. And I was considering animating it, but I didn't want to put any romanticization on, like, stalking or, like, anything like that. But the characters are kind of romanticizing it, and I don't want to publicly do it. And I have the characters, like, privated now because I don't want to publicly romanticize, like, stalking or anything. But that was kind of what those characters were, and I made them when I was, like, I don't even know how old, like, 16? 15? I don't even know. But, yeah, I don't really have stories on characters other than, like, Jello. I guess I could... Oh... I had a brain blast, guys. You guys just heard my brain blast in real time of me realizing I could just make, like, a silly animation of Jello. That'd be so just cute. I feel like that would be, like, adorable and, like, so much fun to do. But I feel like it wouldn't have any meaning. Like, it wouldn't have, like, any story. I guess it could be, like, a Care Bears thing where Jello comes to Earth and, like, finds this child who's struggling and then tries to help them, like a silent film type thing. I don't know. Ah! Brain blast, yeah! Dude, I want to animate Jello so bad, but, dude, the proportions are so hard. I can never decide what I want her to look like. And I wouldn't be able to animate her rainbow. She would just need to not have her rainbow. Like, that's just not happening. Like, there is absolutely no way I can animate Jello as a rainbow, dude. But her rainbow is so important to me, and her mane... Like, oh my god, it looks so good. Why does it have to look so good? Because it would end up being so bad. It'd be so bad in, like, an animated project, dude. Oh. Okay, let me read what VJ said a while ago. Hi, Cola. Actually, maybe it would be a good idea to try to practice with something like Kitty. Less plot-centric, more simple and silly. Well, like, yeah, I've done that before. Like, I've actually made short films, in a way, already, that I just haven't posted anywhere. But I guess I could show them here, but... Well, I mean, one of them is kind of plot-ish. Anyway. Okay, well, you know, I guess I could show them on stream, but I would need to edit them really fast to remove my name, because my name is just on the project. so I'm not really, like, not trying to dox myself or anything. But, like, I've already done short projects. That's the thing, is, like, I've already done short projects. So now my next step is to try to push myself to make something bigger. I've done, like, 2 1-minute or, like, 30-second 1-minute projects. And I want to try to push to do something, like, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But that's, like, a lot of work, and that's asking a lot. I know. Alright, let me read what else VJ said. There's for sure a distinction between furry art and characters that happen to be furries. Think of Night in the Woods. Yes! That's what I was saying. Like, it would just, it would, like, I could probably take, like, Ray Ray, and I could make her a amazing character. I feel like she would be absolutely beautiful if I made her into, like, an actual character, instead of just, like, a furry looking character. Like, if I simplified her and made her animation friendly, and I, like, gave her a little bit more of a personality other than just, like, a silent manta ray. Since this character has kind of just been, like, somewhat event character of mine forever, but I care about her a lot. Like, I love her design so much. And I made her just, like, really personal to me. I feel like I could make Ray Ray into something, like, great for character design. Because she's interesting. She's interesting. I've never seen anything like Ray Ray, and I think she would be really cool to be, like, into, like, an animated thing. But I would need to create her and make her into more of a character than, like a, just like a fursona. Like, she'd need to be more of a character, dude. Like, I just, ugh. Okay, hold on. For I've never seen you in my life. Hi. Hello. Hello, bathtub. You're so real for this low-key brain blast. Oh, more Jello content. Huge head, tiny body. Why is that actually such a good idea, though? Personally, I think you should do the jelly and, the Jello, and you have to show us the films. Okay, well... Okay, well, okay. Here, you know what? Before I color this, let me see if I can find those really quick and see if I can show them without them having my name, I guess. Oh my gosh, my eyes. I just gotta... Oh my god, I finally got an update on a commission. Hold on. I need to look at it and see if I want any changes on it, because I've been waiting for this for so long. Oh my god, wait, it looks really cute. Give me one moment. Sorry. I've been waiting for a response on this person for my commission for a super long time. Okay, let me draw this really quick so I don't just have this person. Well, I realized I didn't have something in my reference sheet, but I had it in my brain, but I didn't put it in there, so I have to hold on. Ooh, dox yourself, post your entire home address and mother's maiden name and such evil things. No. No, 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 no. I will not be doing that. Okay, hold on. So... Okay, so yeah. Let me just get this example really quick. I've been waiting on this commission for so long. I'm so excited for it. Just give them a better reference. Yeah, okay, let me find those files really fast, guys. Okay, here we go. I just sent that to them. I just got a really weird person following me. I'm just gonna block them really fast. That was really weird. Okay, okay, let me try to find... Okay, I don't actually know where I have them in my files. Okay, well, I found one of them. Wait, but it has my name in it. Dude, oh my god. Okay. Give me just a moment, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. I'm gonna show you one of my projects. Really fast. Oh, that's not my screen I want to show. Hold on. Give me just a moment. Okay, let me close everything on my other monitor to make sure I don't just accidentally show, like, my friend's DMs. Okay, well, I would have accidentally just shown my friend's DMs. Here we go. Okay, well, here's one of my, animated projects right here. I'll show you guys. Let me turn it up and stuff here. This was my first time doing, like, 3D animation, too. Well, like, my second time, actually. So, I really liked making that one. That was really silly. That was one of my little projects that I did. And I have my other one, which I'm a lot more proud of, but I really liked making that one because it was just really lighthearted and silly. Let me find... Okay, I actually also haven't been reading the chat. Hold on. I always love that we can hear the small noise of your pen dragging across your tablet. Thank you. I don't know what a commission is, but I hope you get... Hello, Starchip. No Mpreg. No Mpreg. Did you use Blender? No, I used Maya, but I have used Blender, and Blender and Maya are very, very similar to each other. So not super all that different. I'm happy you guys like it. Thank you. 'Cause making that was it was a time. It was a time. Okay, well. Okay, so I have another project that I can show you guys. This was my other final project that I spent, like, quite a bit of time on. Oh, this is so good all by yourself. Yeah. Okay, well, here's my other one. Like, little... Actually, do I have the sound on? Yeah. I also watercolored all of the backgrounds. So that was a big part of this animation process. So that was my other project. I had a lot of fun with that one too. But those are my two projects that I made in school that I've liked, which were both like 30 seconds around there. So those yeah, I feel like I can do more than just that. So I just need to give it a go, dude. Yeah, I need to do more with my work. I really want to try to just push myself to do more. So cute. Okay, absolutely. You should try to work on a bigger project. Yeah, it's just I'm just I'm so scared. I need like a group of like people, or I need like a deadline. I need something. Hi. I'm also thinking I am gonna end the stream pretty soon. I think I'll like do this drawing and like end the stream and go hang out with my friends, since you know this helped me get a lot of gears in my head turning for what I want to do. Cause I could actually I do want some more suggestions on if I were to do commentary content, what type of commentary content would you guys want to see? Because I have heard the reception of wanting to hear me talk about, like, art, I guess. But is there, like, any specific topics you guys would want me to talk about? Because something that I've been interested in recently is there's actually been a lot of, like, leaks of old birdie calls, I guess. And the Birdie and Cindy situation has always been something that has piqued my interest, and I have been kind of invested in it ever since. And there's a lot of stuff that still like happened that no one really talked about over, like, people are still making videos about it. Like, a video came out a day ago about the situation, and they just never get into the nuance, well, not the nuances, but like the gray area between the two, or like how, well, like, very briefly, some things will go over how both of them were very terrible to each other. And there's just more calls of like, oh, there's just so much stuff, and it's so weird. But I'm also not like a psychologist, so I don't want to go on there and spew like a bunch of bullshit, and then everyone's like, wait, that's not how that works. And I'm like, shit. Okay, well, I take it back. I don't want to do anything like that. Like, I want to know what I'm talking about, but that's something that I'm interested in. I don't know what type of like content you guys would want to hear about, but I don't like, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably like, I want to like deep dive into some of those calls and like explain and show like what was wrong with what happened and stuff. It's just so weird, dude. It's a really weird situation that still has like a bunch of shit no one actually like spoke about. Every time I see videos about it, it's always just digging into Birdie's like past when he was like 13, which, you know, I really like, I didn't even realize to the extent how crazy Birdie was. It was just like, I just always heard Birdie's bad, so I was just like, okay, well, sure, I guess I won't talk about or interact with this person. And then they made their I'm Back video, and everyone supported them with it, which made me really happy, because you know, a lot of people, if they get canceled or like giveaways about them, they never really are able to come back. But, you know, Birdie tried to, and it was really cool. I was like, whoa, people are receiving this really well. I'm so happy about this. Because I remember I watched a video that like Spockter made before he got canceled about Birdie, and how Birdie was a lot of a victim of a lot of things. And to a certain extent, Birdie is still a victim of a lot of things that happened in his life. But he was also like the cause for a lot of things that happened in his life. And Birdie is someone we should not like treat as pure evil, but should recognize like some people turn out like this because of like their upbringing, or like no one stepping in sooner. And it's just as like, it's a lot of society and people's fault. And it's just, it's really sad. Oh, it just sucks, because I know there's a lot of people who, if were given the right like care, could have ended up a lot better than they did. But, you know, no one actually, it just sucks, because the early furry art community was just like a lot of kids getting called out for being kids, and a lot of people now have like permanent like problems because of it. Like like Sashley, for an example, who got called out for I don't even know what, but it was just like it was probably what everyone else at her age got like called out for, was like basically just being groomed, I guess. And now she's just, there's just a lot of stuff that happened with the animation meme community, and I've been around for those times, and I remember hearing all that stuff about Sashley, and I was just like, ew, that's so gross, because it's just a bunch of kids. No one actually understood what they were saying, and it really sucks. I wish someone or like something could have changed how that was for like a lot of younger people. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna re-chat. Hold on. I will assist in whatever way I can if you need help. Like, hit me up for real. I need to see this happen. Well, thank you. You want to hear me rant about FNAF lore? Okay. Probably an unhelpful recommendation, but genuinely my favorite commentary is stuff where you can tell the creator really cares about the subject, like when they're so passionate. Well, I might... That's something I'm also interested in, is just, like, ranting about literally whatever I feel like ranting about that day. Even if it's not actually going to get any views. Maybe, like... excuse me. I don't know. I really liked my friend's series about, like, dinosaurs. Maybe I could just rant about dinosaurs. OC lore, just rambling about your OCs. Yeah. Oh my god, I have to go now. I'm so sorry. When is your next live? I need to know. Well, I don't really have times for my live streams, and I don't know if I ever will have times for my live streams. Again, just because I do them so sporadically now, because I do them whenever I have the lightest bit of motivation. But yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be about the end of my stream, I believe. Just gonna leave the thing at this. OC lore, just rambling about your OCs. Oh, man, dude, I don't have OC lore. I don't have lore for my OCs other than, like, Jello. But the amount of lore I could rant about Jello would be so minimal. But, like, honestly, that sounds interesting. That sounds like something I want to give a go. So I honestly might try that. I really like that suggestion. I'm gonna write these down in, like, a note thing. Really quick. Yeah, I really appreciate the suggestions and feedback in this stream, because it's kind of just, like, getting feedback on my idea. Or my ideas, I guess. Which is really cool to get live feedback on just me rambling and being like, hey, I got these things in my head I want to try doing. You know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support y'all have given me throughout the years. I can't believe I've been doing this for 10 years now. If you go to my old channel, I literally made it in 2015. Yeah, 2015. Like, I made my old YouTube channel in 2015. Like, that's insane that I've been doing this for 10 years and drawing for 10 years. And, like, yeah, I really appreciate everyone being so supportive, and I will definitely try to create something new. You guys might see something interesting on my YouTube shorts. I may create a PNG tuber. We'll see. Well, not a PNG tuber, but, you know. I will create something, and I hope you guys like it. Yeah, anyway. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you guys for coming. Bye!